In this video, I put a brick in a washing machine. Jake does a burnout. A Suzuki falls to pieces. I roll over a Range Rover and the Defender 90 falls over. The Savage jumps a car and I crash a helicopter.
Oh yes!
Subscribe, want to make some extra cash so you can buy more toys, quit your job, go on more holidays, or maybe build a monster truck. I've got you covered. Check out my course in the description and I'll show you how to make 100k profit a year. Guys, I found a load of old footage on my computer, so I'm going to put it all together in a little compilation. I think most of the footage is probably from like 5 to 10 years ago. So you're going to be seeing a little bit of me and a little bit of the younger version of STEM. What's going on in here, man? So this video must have been taken at least 20 years ago. This is a Schumacher Nitro 10. We're at the local BMX track, the same track that we still go to today actually. Stempy filming. I didn't have any air control at all, but we had a lot of fun and that's all that counts. Here's a HBR Savage XL and a Savage X that I used to have. This was one of my first cars and Stempy thought it would be funny to paint it while I wasn't looking. This was Devil's Pit, which is like a local off-road track, and this happened.
Petrol!
Turn it off! Subscribe. Oh look, here's Pat without a beard. Ah, here, a buddy of mine thought it'd be a great idea to put a firework on the roof of my car.
You should have put it in the door pocket. That was crap. Oh my god, look at the state of it, Kev.
Here, we put oxy and acetylene into a rubber glove and light it. This was where I had my first unit and where I first met Spike. This is Spike and his buddy playing with an old Savage. So this was one of the places I used to work at. I hated this job. It was boring, it was dirty, it was tedious. I was just so happy to get out of there. Great bunch of guys to work with though. Here we find a hedgehog and had a yogurt pot stuck to his head. So that was my good deed of the day to rescue him. This was my mini turbo. This thing was stupid. Here was Spike spray painting it for me in Spike's workshop. Yeah, Spike's got the moves. And here it is next door in my workshop after it got painted. And now I've got to put it all back together again. So I actually did the stupid thing here. I took out a £30,000 bank loan to build this stupidly overpowered Mini with all race parts. I had a proper racing roll cage put in, 200 horsepower engine with 6-speed gearbox. Yeah, absolute and utter complete waste of money, but it was fun. And here it was complete. This is the first start up. First time the engine ever started. This is it finished. And here I've actually taken it to a local rolling road. Some of you guys might know this is Peter Baldwin. He races the Mini Migglers. He's quite well known in the Mini community and he actually said this was the most powerful Mini that he ever had on his rolling road. If you ever get to meet him, ask him about it and see what he says. Unfortunately, my phone battery went dead just as it come on to boost. So here we took it to Shakespeare Raceway.
Time, best time, flash deal,
And the best time of the day was actually 13 seconds. It looks pretty slow, but for a road car, front wheel drive, 13 seconds, not too bad. But for £30,000, nah, it's pretty lame to be honest. So here's my buddy Stemps Mini. This was also a mini turbo. So this is a Mugen MBX5, back in the day when I used to race 1/8 buggies. And here we have an old Mark 1 Range Rover. We turned it into an off-road weapon just for a bit of a fun up to the local off-road track. Here's where I rolled it over. And looking back, these things are actually worth quite a lot of money now. So I destroyed that one, and then I got a Defender 90. And that kind of got destroyed. So I've got another Defender 90 at the top there. You can see Pat drive past in his Discovery. Here it is parked in a little ditch. And this is my buddy Sam that thought it'd be a good idea to take his Land Rover for a lake. Well, the snorkel didn't work and the engine sucked in all the water and it died. This was my last job that I ever had. We used to make these big mixing tanks for food factories. 10 years ago, I'm glad to get out of that job. This is my days of banger racing. So the Golf that we saw a minute ago, that was useless. The Mondeo, great car, super duper strong. This is me lining up for the Destruction Derby. And because I was like a newbie, everyone used to pick on me. So this was me coming off of the track. The car pretty much lasted one race and that was it. But it was a lot of fun. So here was my next Mondeo and that didn't last too long neither. And then I bought this Granada here to bang a race. But when I picked it up, the condition was so nice that I couldn't do it. I had to sell it on. So this is my Sierra Cosworth. This is at Santa Pod Raceway. I mean, it doesn't look that fast. It was running around about 500 brake horsepower, and it did the quarter mile in about 13 seconds. But, you know, for a road car, it's not bad. But looking up here, it does look fairly slow. This was the first day when I got it, and me and Stempy took it to a local car park and let it whip a little bit.
There we go, Chavricks. Lovely jubbly.
Ah, more kittens. This is Stemp having a little go with the kittens. Sure. Ah, here we put a brick into a washing machine. That's Spike, by the way, there. Yeah, it was pretty lame. Oh. Anti-climax. So this is a player piano that I bought for £50. Got it all working. And here it is playing a song. Here we are in Stemp's TVR. Got it at Santa Pod. I think Stemp also did a 13-second quarter mile with this car. A little cheeky donut at the end. And then he blew it up on the way home. And here he is trying to put a new engine in. This was a truck I used to drive when I used to be a truck driver, delivering to Great Ormond Street. Ah, more cats. And this is me having a go on a piano. Here we are in my buddy Jake's workshop, just being silly. And this is Jake after watching a Jackass movie. And here's Stemp being destructive as he always is. Destroying an old motor in a fly press. He's in his element, look. And here's my buddy Sam. We're building a Land Rover 90 to win the twist-off competition. And here we have Jake in his workshop again, doing a burnout in his motorbike. This is a Blade MCPX, which was my first mini helicopter. And that's me trying to fly it upside down.
Oh, he's landed it. Hang on, keep it there.
This was inside my old workshop, by the way, guys. This is an aerosol can in a lathe. Yeah, wasn't that good, so we tried it again. That's better. So here we are, back to my little mini helicopter. This time I'm going to try and land it upside down inside this old Ford Fiesta. Oh, I did it! I did it! And here's Sam's Land Rover after it's finished, and we do a quick suspension test. Loads of travel. Probably the most flexible Land Rover in the world. And here we took it to a Land Rover show and we won the twist-off competition. And then it fell over. Here he is, in his element. And here he is being recovered.
Right, nice and slowly settle.
This is me having a go, and I tried to get it over this great big tree trunk. Hey. Easy. This was one of my other helicopters. This was a nitro one. And here was another nitro helicopter that I had. This was my Align T-Rex 450. Didn't quite go to plan.
Oh, yes! I was just going to say, you got to stack it for the camera.
Looks like my one.
That sounds like a servo damage.
Oh, you've done a... That's sheared off. That's all right. Oh, you've done a cogs.
Here's my buddy Jake's Mini. And here is my helicopter obsession from back in the day. And this was my first ever Traxxas X-Max. So a little bit different this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. If there's any more footage that you like the look of, give me a note in the comments and I might make another video with a little bit more detail. So guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, smash the bell button to stay notified. See you soon. Bye.